Okay, and your name is?
My name is Boutilier. I'm the director of Honk for Peace, which is having its world premiere tonight here at the Boutilier Cinemas in Greenwich, Connecticut.
As part of the Connecticut Film Festival.
That's right.
Is that right?
This is an official selection of the Connecticut Film Festival.
Okay.
And this is the world premiere. And we're very excited that we have a lot of people from the film who are actually here going to see it for the first time, including Ned Lamont and Alan Schlesinger.
Okay. So we are waiting for Ned, but why don't you tell me why you decided to get involved in the project?
Yeah.
What was the impetus?
I'm an independent filmmaker, so when you decide to shoot a documentary, you find something that's interesting to you.
Okay.
And I found myself living in New York City at the time, and being surrounded by thousands of people protesting the Iraq War. So I just decided to pick up a camera as a filmmaker and see where it went.
Document it with you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what I sort of used the protests in New York City in 2003, which is where the title Honk for Peace comes from. Okay. And there were people yelling Honk for Peace the night the bombing started in Iraq in March of 2003. And I sort of used that as a context, as something you can do to get involved. We touch a little bit on the presidency with Howard Dean and Wesley Clark, and then we really dive deep into the Ned Lamont, Alan Schlesinger, Joe Lieberman campaign.
Okay.
So this is not so much a film about being anti-Iraq war. There's a lot of pro-war opinions that are in my film as well, too. I tried to be very well balanced as best I could. It's really a film about being involved, and how can you be a player in history instead of someone who's just observing history.
Okay. And also the political movement that emerged around the invasion of Iraq, especially in the Democratic Party.
Yes. Yes, I would absolutely
agree
with that.
2004, Dean was a big deal on Iraq, but Lamont, Lieberman, that was just a cataclysmic eruption, I think, in the media landscape. It did seem like, you're an observer of the Lamont campaign. It did seem like the media pigeonholed the campaign into the war issue. It was a little broader than that.
Yeah.
What did you think about the media's representation?
Well, I mean, all three candidates. Politics is about perception, so you have to brand yourself. McDonald's is about Big Macs and fries. They can sell all kinds of other things, but that's what they're known for. And the same is true with a candidate. You're going to be known as the something candidate, whether you're the peace candidate or you're the Hawk candidate or whatever, So you can have all these other issues, and believe me, they have opinions on lots of things, but Ned Lamont was known as the peace candidate, and he opened up a lot of doors because he took that opinion. He beat Joe Lieberman in the primary. He won.
10 points.
So because he won, he was able to show all the candidates across the United States that you can take an anti-war position and live to tell the tale. Now, he didn't win the general election, but he sure helped a lot of other people run as Democrats, take anti-war positions. And, so they credit Ned with that. He also, in this state of Connecticut here, brought a lot of people to the polls to vote for him specifically, and while they were there, flipped the lever for...
down ballot candidates.
Yeah, a lot of Democrat candidates, Rob Simmons is out of a job by only 75 votes, do you remember?
Yeah,
75 votes, because of Ned Lamont.
In the process of making this film, was there anything that surprised you about the people you filmed or the subjects you chose?
Yeah, no, keep in mind, you guys will see this tonight for the first time. Now, keep in mind that this is an independent documentary that was shot without any permission. A lot like you guys are video bloggers. Yeah. You show up, you try and catch things that you wouldn't otherwise see unless you were there. That's how this film was shot. It's 70 minutes of showing up and not getting permission and trying to find people doing things that they wouldn't want to be seen doing on camera. Yes, it was shocking. I learned about the relationship with how candidates interact with the TV media, the radio media, about perception, how people perceive the candidates, how the candidate... It's about setting the agenda. Do the candidates set the agenda, or does the media try and position the candidates to set the agenda? That was fascinating to me. The other thing that was fascinating was about...
What did you decide? Who did you decide was in control, the media or the candidate?
The media.
And it's a constant struggle, isn't it?
I think the media is in control. I think the candidates do the best they can. I think what happens is...
To work within the system, but they have the final decision on what happened, don't they?
I think the candidates send out press releases and stage events to help set an agenda, to give the press ideas about what the real agenda is going to be.
Just something to cover that day. They give them something to cover.
Yeah. We all know about the slow news day.
Well, when you think about staged events and press releases, What is your opinion as a documentary filmmaker of the kind of political theater that goes on in campaigns and with the media? And what did you learn about that in this process?
About staged events?
About political theater in general, but
Well, I can say one of the big things I was fortunate enough to do was follow some of Ned Lamont's staff around as they were setting up for a big John Kerry event, and so you learn that you can come in the audience and watch the politicians speak, and then you go back to your job, but I'm showing them folding up chairs, and I'm showing the media scramble to get space for so you get a really good behind the scenes look. This is not a movie of theater and stage, and this is the stuff that probably Ned doesn't want you to see, Alan doesn't want you to see, and I'm sure there's some things that Joe might not want you to see, but they're in the film. That's what documentaries are all about, and that's what independent filmmaking is about, is doing your best to get those magic moments and share them with everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, and I think Ned's going to be here in 5 minutes, and I'm really psyched because he has not seen this film yet, and I'm really looking forward to his reaction.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy now, and we'll see if you're happy later.
That's right. Get me later.
Thank you, Corey.
Great, thanks.